Audacity, rage, and fucking violence. That's what Rema did with his new sophomore album titled HEIS. When I first heard the first song on this album, I had to pause and I said to myself, now who vex Rema? Why did you have to go hard like this? I mean, this is just the first song on the album and you didn't even allow us breathe. Guy, just calm the fuck down. I mean, this song is crazily heavy. If you use a good gym, your biceps will just burst cause the energy. And this song is just insane, totally insane. Now, I'm going to divide the review of this album into two parts. First, I'm going to talk about the production, and then I'm going to talk about the general feel, of the album itself and and what it means. Oh my God, please forgive my manners. Now, the energy with this album they give me, now they make me dive into action without introduction. Yes, it is I, Hafeestonova, your musical plug, the creator of the Energy Force, and this is the Cha-Cha album review series on the Cha-Cha Music Review Podcast. And today, I'll be talking about this outrageous sophomore album from Rema titled HEIS.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is.
Cha-Cha Music Review Podcast.
Cha-Cha Music Review Podcast.
Cha-Cha Music Review Podcast.
Gotta get it.
This na Cha Music Review Podcast.
Cha-Cha Music Review Podcast.
Cha-Cha Music Review Podcast.
Cha-Cha Music Review Podcast.
Baby, let's go.
The album was released on the 10th of July and it features just Shallipopi and Odumodublvck. And the production credit goes to P Prime, Producer X, Cubeatz, Deats, Klimperboy, Altims, London, Alex, Lustig, Daytrip, and Rema himself. Now, sticking to the production, the first thing you should know about this album is the fact that Rema had a hand. Rema, in collaboration with what's his name, P Prime, they produced almost all the songs on the album. Yes, Rema had a hand in almost all the songs of the album. I think he had about 8 or 9 songs where him and P Prime, produced together on the album. And this only means one thing. It means that Rema had the direction of this album was Rema's idea. Nobody maybe label and tell and say now something like this you must do or something like that you must do. This was Rema, coming out in his full flesh, and that's why I use the word audacity, because in this in this 2024, where a lot of Nigerians have been crying and hoping that okay, we are going to have a new sound. I mean, we don't overuse our piano. You can't be like say we know be doing anything past our piano safe. And the Rema just decided to come out with something that I'm not even going to lie to you. For someone like me that I'm not a huge fan of Rema, to be honest, when I heard this, I'm like, oh my God, like see wait, like my whole body, it was as if my whole body was on fire, like yo. And again, shout out to P Primes. See, please, anybody that is listening to this, right, and you have a connection to P Primes, I beg, I use God, they beg you. Please link me up. I need to have an interview. I need to have a chat with P Prime because his range is very, very insane. Like, you need to listen to the album to understand what exactly, I'm talking about, because the production on the album is totally, totally insane. I fucking love it. And this is a hard thing for me to admit because, like I said, I'm not really a huge fan of Rema, but when listening to this album, I had to swallow my pride and say, this is a fucking album you have to listen to. This is not, I don't even know how to describe it because, like I said, this is something we'll come to understand in the next 2, 3, 4 years because we might not really understand, what Rema had done or what Rema has done with this album. Yes, a lot of us might like it because of the way it sounds, the heaviness. It has this energetic energy, vibe in the album. It reminds me of this song that Kanye West did the other time. What's the name of this song? Black Teen Head. Yeah, it has that kind of energy, very heavy. But there's always a but. At least there's one but. Now it's not like the but is a bad thing, but here is the but. The but on the album is like the album feels like a long freestyle that was now cut just to fit into the album, right? And this is the reason why I said so. Now, if you listen closely to the album, you will know that most of the songs on the album, they kind of had the same or similar pattern in terms of their production. It's like they created a baseline template and they said, okay, this is the template you are going to use to work on this album. So once you pick one, it's just to be adding and removing, right? And if you listen closely, you will notice that in the first 3 tracks, when what do they call it? Masha. The transition between Masha and As a Man. If not that I was very, very at first I didn't even catch it. Like now just when I begin here say, at the year As a Man, like wait, I was listening to Masha, and when did this guy skip to Achaman? Then I had to go and check, and I said that I've moved to the next track. That's how smooth the transition of baseline beat, how everything blended in each other. You might not quickly notice that you've gone into the next track, and then the song Monday morning, he busy eating on me when I'm making my money. And for me, I feel like that was the song that inspired this whole album, right? Rema did that song and I feel like, okay, you know what, people right. More just they use this team, more just they use how they go, because like I said, I didn't even and it just continued, right? And for me, that like the only bought on the album, because most of the songs on the album were no longer than, I think they were within the range of 2 minutes 30 seconds, right? Those like the average time of the songs on the album. You have song of 1 minute 25 seconds, they have one song of 1 minute 47 seconds. Those were like the average range, on the songs on the album. That's why I said it felt like a long, recorded freestyle that was now just being chop, just to make the album. But if there's another thing I like most, about this album is the fact that the album it's a conceptual album. Let me put it like that. Yes, it is a conceptual album. It's a team album. The name of the album is titled HEIS. And that's HEIS, which is a Greek word which means maybe number one or numero uno, which also represents number one, right? And this is Rema trying to say, forget, shout out to the OGs, right? The Davido, the Whiskey, the Burna Boy, which was why he even said it in the song where he said, there is no more, big three, it's now a big four. Some people might be complaining, but what for, right? I feel like he just said that to give respect to the OGs. Say, okay, make I respect you now, make you like this, say, I don't respect you now. But you see, among every other person we did this songs right now, Namibu, Nababa. And that is what, it did on this album. Because again, like I said, it is just so outrageous, like fucking outrageous. I never expected, to see this coming from Rema, to be honest. I mean, if I was going to expect an album for Rema, I'll be expecting songs like Villain, yes, songs like what's one of that last song, Now I Know. Those are the kind of songs that I was probably expecting, from Rema. Not this. I mean, again, this caught me off guard. And every time I keep listening to this album, in my mind, I go, what the fuck? Rema, you did this, see. Like I said, I wasn't a fan of Rema before, but now with this album, even if the guy sneezes, trust me, I go listen to it because this is a fucking dope album. No, it's going to be like, I feel like this is going to be the best album to come out of Nigeria, to be honest. Now, I'm not even using the word one of the best. I'm saying this is going to be the best album to come out of Nigeria as much as 2024 is concerned, because waiting you won't talk about the album we no get. No, to be honest, waiting you won't talk about the album we no get. Production, you get them. Lyrical content, you get them. Concept, you get them. Because if you see waiting the concept of this album is just to show you that, look, I am the one. It is me. No comparison to anybody. And that's what he did on the album. Because even the style, we ain't carry come on top of the album itself. And again, like I said, some of you might want to say, the album, now just one sound again, blah, 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 blah. But let's be honest, he's not going to be the first person to do that, right? You all remember when Terry G used one beat for almost all the artists in the industry that year. Abi, okay, maybe that one too far. Make I refresh your memory. When Davido dropped his album and the album was, almost amapiano inspired. We all love the album, right? So the thing is, it doesn't even matter if now one beat he used all through. The point is, did he use it well? Yes, he did. Fucking brilliant. And this is a change of sound. Maybe now other artists and other producers will come be inspired to do something different, because this is, and there is no, pick one track on that album. We know sweet. Just pick one, make I know. Seriously, pick one song on that album. It's fine if you don't like Rema and if this is not your sound. It is fine, I understand it. But saying it is not good, now there you would take for couple, because again, you don't have to like it. It's quite okay. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of Rema. I've never been, that Rema fan. But me, I sabi when I hear good thing and I go talk about and say this one good. If you not good, I go tell you say no good. But this one, When you hear finish work, it finish work for you. To be honest, finish work for you. That's all I can say. Just go and listen to the album and then you understand what I'm saying. Like I said, it is fucking outrageous. Rating of this album is going to be a 9. Let me know if you've listened to this album, what you feel about this album in the comment section. With that, I have come to the end of this episode. Till I come your way with another episode, my name is always going to remain Hafeestonova, your musical plug, the creator of the Energy Force. Remember, when the pressure is getting worse, take a break and take care of your mental health. It is very, very important. Peace out.
Time for the cha-cha gang. Give me the cha-cha gang. Rockin' with the best, cha-cha gang. Give me the cha-cha gang. Alaye lawa cha-cha gang. Give me the cha-cha gang. What's my body, cha-cha gang. Give me the cha-cha gang, cha-cha gang. What's my body?